In your late 20s and you saved up some cash, and now everyone's telling you you should either buy a house or invest in stocks. But there's actually a third option that people don't really talk about. Well, except me. And it's the perfect investment if you are in your mid to late 20s. And that is small business acquisition. And understanding why it's the perfect investment if you're in your late 20s is actually really important for understanding how to build wealth. So listen up. Houses and stocks are the mainstream choices basically because they're safer. They're regulated, accessible, and just kind of hard to mess up. A house will always have some value, and a blue chip stock like Google or Microsoft will never just go to zero overnight. But as you might have heard somewhere, less risk means less reward, and vice versa, more risk means more reward. So on the other side of the graph, your options are starting a business from scratch, which has a 90% failure rate, or starting a venture backed startup, which has a 99% failure rate. So basically, become the next Elon Musk or go broke trying. Not really my cup of tea. So that brings us to the option behind door number three, which is buying an existing small business with proven cash flow, value, longevity that offers more return and reward than houses and stocks, but not with the complete risk of failure and bankruptcy like a startup would. If you're in your mid to late 20s, this is the time to be taking more risk. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to max out their 401k for 40 years and wait until they're 75 to obtain financial freedom. You probably have little to no obligations like a mortgage. You're still super agile and dynamic as a thinker, and you still have a lot of time in your career to recover from any potential failures. So, if you want to retire before you get gray hairs, you need to take more risk now. But you also don't want to go full startup mode because time flies, and soon enough, you'll be needing to save for your wedding, your family home, your four kids. So, small businesses are the perfect middle ground. Not too safe, but also not too risky. You know how you'll meet a random rich person and ask them how they got rich, and they'll say something like, I own a bunch of real estate. In 10 to 20 years, they're going to say, I own a bunch of small businesses.